Good afternoon, hello and welcome to the World Bowls Indoors Championships Ladies Singles Final between Connie Rickson of Malta and Farah of Malaysia. The pair have done their walk on, had their trial ends, and we join them for the first end here. Malta's put the mat down and sent the jack and now have first bowl. Just come off the back of an amazing mixed pairs final between Australia and England, with Australia taking the win there. But now we move on to the ladies singles final. So both made it through their groups, made it through the quarter-final stages, semi-final stages, and now find themselves here in the final of the World Bowls Indoor Championships. An intense week of competition here at the Guernsey Indoor Bowls Stadium. Guernsey playing host to these championships. Your marker for this game is Catherine, so she'll be marking the touches, looking after the head and answering the players' questions. Good bowl there from Connie. So game format is the same as we've been playing for the rest of the week, so 2 sets of 7 ends with a 1 end tie break if needed. Marker there confirming that Connie Rickson of Malta holds the shot bowl. Good effort there, just drifting through. Certainly created a couple of bowls there for her to draw the jack into.
Yeah, may have flopped back. He's drifted through a little bit. Connie not asking, so must be confident she's holding.
Close to it again, just slipping past. So players entitled to visit after their third bowl, or they can ask the marker to come up. So Farah said her 3, so she's come up to the head for a look. So continuing on that forehand, lots of options there for her. Just dead drawn it. You hear all the applause in the stadium, quite full in here now. Lots of people upstairs on the balcony, that's standing room only. Starting to fill in the stadium downstairs as well for these 2 finals this afternoon. So, one shot there, declared to Farah of Malaysia, and just asked for a measure on the second. We've got Martin Jenkins, the umpire, coming on. Did see the marker look around before. I don't know if he fell over. There's a big black curtain and a few marketing banners that still look upright, so I think he's recovered from that. But he's now on the green, measuring between the 3 bowls. And they've been absolutely brilliant this week, the international technical officials that have come over from the UK. Really added to the event. Really been used well by all the players and markers. A lot of knowledge gained from them whilst they've been on the island. So, that measure goes to Malta, which means it's just a 1 shot there to Malaysia, so they start the scoring. 1 shot on the first end.
Malaysia been favouring the longer ones in the other games. There it is, down towards the tee.
Oh no, go on.
By Farah. She's led solidly all week, but Farah has got better towards the end. Connie on her side of things took out Taylor Bruce, who was World Outdoor Champion, I think it was last year, but certainly on paper one of the toughest ones out there, so she's done well just to get this far. They've both done well to get this far. So Farah didn't manage to capitalise on that. Connie just left her a bit of room to get another one in. Didn't really need to lose any weight because even if she trailed it a little bit, it would have been very useful. Two to Malaysia. Take a 3-0 lead.
So again, Farah just getting there first in the draw. Connie yard or so distant.
Yeah, just settling in there. Not sure if it's nerves or what. She's certainly been closer than that for the rest of the week. If anything, slightly over, just consistently 18 inches over. Getting little trails.
Wow, line's pretty good for it. Weight's not bad here. They're just dropping 18 inches through, so still room for Connie Rickson of Malta. Change the hand. Drawn pretty well. If it falls down, yeah, I think that's probably in for shot. Certainly close to it.
Definitely good enough weight. Good adjustment on that.
Farah threaded it through those 2 bowls, but not enough weight to get to the jack. Connie Rickson just having a wander up the green now to take a look at the head, see if she's made the shot bowl. I mean, there's quite a lot of room, so I thought it would just be a draw. If she lands her own, then that's great. Mixed pairs result was a win by Australia over England. They won on the tiebreak. For those that are asking about the result of that match. Just slipping around. Yes, drawn it well. Possibly moved it away from her other bowl though, so it could only just be the one to Malta that. Scoreline now 3-1 to Malaysia after 3 ends. Jack's quite a lot shorter. I think the marker just asked where about the mat was. They can judge whether the jack has passed 23 metres, calling on the umpires here just to make sure. It is of course the marker's responsibility to make sure the jack is a legal length. So if there's any doubt with the marker, they'll ask for the umpires to come on and measure it.
Yeah, some players will say it looks fine, just carry on, but it's not just optional for the marker, it is their duty.
And it's 1-0 to the players on that front. That is a legal length jack. Good start by Connie. Puts a short jack and draws well to it. Good again. Very good.
Did wonder, she seemed to change her stance very slightly, so just under, but having a go at it.
Yeah, not a big target there.
No.
And I'd have thought there was room. Maybe she doesn't prefer the short jacks as much, but
maybe not, but she's been drawing out well enough for the week that she'd be thereabouts. Even if she didn't get a shot, she'd give herself a bigger target for the next one.
Sounds like she's asking if you can visit there. Players can only visit after the third bowl unless they ask permission of the marker, which Farah's done. So coming up to have a look at the head.
So settle back on the draw.
So there was nothing to invest in. So, yeah.
Can't, mate. Make this count, mate.
Similar to her first though.
There's enough stuff to invest in. Invest in property.
Yeah, a little bit over. Adjusting back from the running wood. I think Connie was just trying to draw that.
If they had been mentioned when they did that.
Oh, hold on!
Now, all appreciating that bowl.
So 1 to Malaysia just takes it to 4-1 Malaysia. So back to a slightly longer one. Still a few yards from the tee, maybe a 3/4. Well played, Connie. Right on it. This looks on a line from Farah. Oh, A lovely bowl, fraction over the weight, but Royal Jack was always good. I'll say fraction over the weight, but that's what she was after. Good effort. Good effort. So if you are watching, you found us on the World Bowls Facebook Live or World Bowls YouTube page or the Guernsey Indoor Bowling YouTube page. So thanks for listening in. It's been good to have you here all week. We've been showing games from all the various matches. Good to show countries from around the world, and thanks for all your positive comments about what we've put out there. I think it's the first time that World Bowls indoors have been streamed start to finish, not just the final few games. So you've seen a feast of bowls, and I hope you appreciate it. We've certainly enjoyed being in here. When I say we've enjoyed being in here, I did get a quizzical look from Josh next to me. It's yeah, in the rabbit hutch has been a bit surreal. Just stuck in here, and you see the outside world through the window. Occasionally somebody will open a door and feed you cake or a cup of tea. But that's the nature of the job.
Yeah, I think it's a fair summary of the week. Not far away on the weight, but just sliding under there for Connie.
Yeah, just trying to arrive to trail it.
It's another shot to Farah of Malaysia, so scoreline after 5 ends is 5-1. 2 ends left to play, so Connie of Malta needs to score here. Another long jack from Farah there.
So 5-1 up, 4 ends left, still all to play for. It's going to need most of the ends though.
Well, if she doesn't score here, then that'll be the first set.
Yeah, very good point.
Only
So
4 bowls in these singles. Just spent an hour or so talking about the mixed pairs, so.
See, it's a rabbit hutch. Sends you stir crazy. Never mind. Next arrival, a cake arrives in half an hour.
Oh, I didn't know you'd ordered cake.
We don't get to order; it just arrives. there was another room round the back, and I'm sure I spotted Josh making a nest round there.
I did wonder whether we should pop a couple of bunk beds in there for next time round. Farah's certainly closer here, squeezing up past the front pole. Well, still a bit of room.
Bit of room, but she's got a shot. Yeah, after you having to, or choosing to, you did well. I don't know why you volunteered, but open at 5:30 in the morning the other day to let the radio in.
Well, it felt like a bit of an obligation in the end.
Doing a broadcast, breakfast broadcast, so that was a really early morning for you after all the late nights.
Yeah, I had bus for a while. Good draw there by Connie.
Excellent.
One down, the last ball. Stick up. That ball. Yep.
A few questions there for the marker. This isn't far away. Just perfectly weighted to come onto it.
The gap is a couple of inches, it's through.
Couple of inches, or metric nowadays 5 centimetres.
When I was caught out yesterday when I was marking the Sweden-France game, I'd been doing a couple of ends, giving them all the imperial measurements, yards and feet and inches, and then they gave up and told me they actually wanted it in metric and they hadn't understood anything of what I said. That's why I was able to convert, think differently.
Yeah, it still surprises me for decimalisation that's been around a long time, especially in the UK. And then bowls, we generally still stay in feet and inches.
I think it's a bit of a heritage thing. I think you learn bowls and then you learn the distances from the people you learn bowls from, and it carries down that way.
I remember I played in Australia for a couple of months, and they immediately started talking in metric to her, and she was struggling, and she was having to convert back into imperial to work it out. And then halfway through the first game, they said, "Are you happy? Oh, you know, we give you the right measurements." And she mentioned, "No, it'd be good in imperial." They said, "Oh, that's what we use all the time. That's great." So they're both fighting to tell each other metric, where none of them wanted to use it.
How on, Con?
A little bit more of a running wood up here from Connie. That's good.
Or whatever.
One shot to Malta there. I'm surprised Farah didn't come and have a closer look at that, but possibly better angle than we've got on the camera. Seeing it up close and on the rink. So, Malta's still in this set. Need to score a 3 here for a draw or 4 for a win.
So similar from Connie. Haven't had to move the camera, so I know it's in pretty much the same place.
Very good bowl there from Connie. Sorry, from Farah.
Yeah, that's put the pressure on Connie, but she put one behind. She can afford to just keep reaching and sit in for a trail or land the wood.
Yeah, when you're looking to draw, well, make a 3 or a 4, certainly puts pressure on. Good response there, though. Gets one nice and close. Sensible. Covering behind, preventing that large shot count from going against her.
Yeah, anything just up was good. Wasn't worth her putting a short one in there. Just getting harder for Connie now. She does have 3 behind. So discussions with the coach. Got to arrive to it. Just depends what your target is. They're very close to each other, but for the wood you need more weight. Jack you need less weight.
Yeah, wider both, unfortunately. So that first set's going to go to Farah of Malaysia. Final scoreline 6-2 after 7 ends. And Farah will then take the Mat and Jack of the second set as winner of the first. So, World Bowls Indoor Championships Ladies Singles Final Set 2 is now underway. Malta need to win this here to take the game to a tiebreak. Never really got going in the first set. Picked up a point on the third end and a point on the sixth. Malaysia winning the other 5 ends. Start by Farah's good.
That in front.
Connie will just be arriving to this just to disturb it.
Yeah, I can't quite get to it on the dead draw, so certainly going to be playing that sort of 18-inch through weight, I'd have thought. Just a little short to it. Another yard on that bowl or so.
Yes, do. Yes, do.
So lots of support online for Farah of Malaysia, which is good to see, and plenty of support also for Connie of Malta. Great that everyone's able to tune into this live stream so we can show you all the game in its glory as opposed to just the final result. Playing down on the forehand. Connie looking to connect with the centre bowl or the blues, or Farah's blue bowls, but just not quite getting the line there and slipping underneath. Farah's holding 3, so adding a 4th would certainly put the pressure on really early in this second set. It's only the first end.
That would make sense. Well, he knows the
So Malta there had a bit more interaction with the coach. Bit of discussion about the sort of shot to play. Do they play more weight and look to kill the jack, potentially maybe get one at the back? Depends on how close they are to the centre tee. Potentially play similar sort of weight and arrive into the bowls, pushing hers up, just landing on one of the woods. Not easy, doesn't want to drop a big count this first end. Certainly cut down. Looks like Farah's got one there. Possibly 2. So yeah, it was 2 shots. I thought they'd indicated 2 to the marker. So first end and 2 shots goes away Malaysia, currently leading 2-0 in the second set after the first end. It's a good opening bowl from Farah. Straight away, pressure's on. Doesn't leave much room.
Yeah, crowd certainly appreciating a good bowl. Most of the crowd on the balcony, so you can get similar to what we've got here. You can see over the top. That's where they prefer to be. So it's standing room only there.
Great response there.
And they, since the bar opened at lunch,
Yeah.
I think maybe doubly popular up there.
That's why we put it on ring 2, a bit closer. Now we've got plenty of people down the side now, as we can see from some of these slightly wider angles, which is good. Capacity for about 400 in the stadium.
Yep.
Well, Farah playing a little more weight. Oh, almost getting the jack.
Yes, your bowl is. The other one is a bowl through.
So, Connie looking to draw another on the forehand. Not quite making it though. Don't think that'll interrupt Farah's line too much.
No, it won't.
There's a guide that she needs to be round it, and will then make contact with the head in some way.
It was all going for Connie. Just as long as you've got good line, just be in there. A bit too much weight this time for Farah. Yeah, it's all there for Connie. If she's on the dead weight, she'll draw it. If she's a couple of feet over or 18 inches over, might sit the second or just drift around it. So nothing for short on this one. Otherwise, she's given Farah all the position. It's more like what I think previous one will be. She's played that shot well this week.
Yeah, it's still a bowl left, even if Farah does get that backhand trail down to her 3 woods. looks like a tighter line. More weight, perhaps. Yes, really good contact.
Very good.
Got the jack clean and sent it right to the back of the ring. We're just going to swing the camera around here and take a look. Connie's got plenty of room, to be fair. Well, he's cutting out the front three. Maybe not. I mean, there is room for the shot, obviously, but certainly we want to be making sure she cuts out those front three bowls.
A little bit of pressure. Your world final 4 down. Lost the first set. Just down a little bit in this set. So take a good bowl to get it. She's certainly capable.
It's pretty good. Looks very good.
Nice well played. Excellent bowl. Soaks up the pressure well.
Morning and now it used to be from like 7:30 till about 4:30, but it's normally from like 7:30.
So, confirmation on the screen there for you, but scoreline in this match is now 2-1 to Farah of Malaysia.
She needs to kind of chill, I think, before she has to walk, or she needs an extra hours ahead or something like that into it, because there's more. Working until say 12:30. When the bus gets home, she's having a shower. Do you want to come round for a cup of tea? That's all right. It's all the glass. I can't even remember what it's been like the other day, a couple of weeks when you're doing it. But like I said,
Well, Farah won slightly short, but other than that, they've just sent them slightly through, a little bit over. Connie's the furthest back, so you could say Farah. Well, not you could. Farah is holding 2, but you'd expect that to be beaten.
going home less.
Take a second, not the shot though.
Let's run through a little bit as well. This is looking like a closer line. It has drifted through, but I think it's going to sit down for shot potentially. Certainly close between the two.
As I said at the start, you'd expect it to be beaten, but not by much. One of the loosest ends possibly all week from the two of them.
Yeah, they'll be pleased the other one's also having a looser end.
Yes.
See the ITO Alan Thornhill getting interested, standing up from his chair.
Oh, yes.
So both players making their way down to decide on shot for this third end of the second set. And it's another shot to Malaysia, so scoreline now 3-1 after 3 ends.
Yeah, I mean, I've fancied the multi-ball shot before, but little touch on the jack that would have made sure of it.
So if you're just joining, this is the World Bowls Indoor Championships Ladies Singles Final between Connie of Malta and Farah of Malaysia. First 5 days of the championships, they had group stages to qualify through to the knockout rounds. They played, I don't know, were these top of their group? I can't remember, but if not, they played a prelim round on Friday, followed by a quarter-final, and then played a semi-final this morning, and now find themselves in the final of the ladies singles.
Yeah, losing the track of the days, but semi-finals were definitely today.
So 30 countries started this World Bowls Indoor Championships. Down to just these two for the ladies singles. Both players just threw the jack a bit again this end. They have been putting sort of first ball on the jack or just a fair way.
Yes. The last ball. About 2 feet.
That's a marvellous ball by Farah. She's putting the pressure on Connie.
Yeah, first one to really find at this end. Connie still 18 inches, 2 feet through.
Just over 2 feet through.
So I'm starting to get to know my distances on the cameras. That was 2 foot. It's like Farah almost played a bit of running there. Possibly looking for the trail. Or covering the backwood.
I think she was just a bit heavy, just trying to sit on the one behind. Tuck in, not give an extra target. Make sure you've got another wood in the head.
More aggressive from Connie though. Oh, got a bit of movement on the jack, but not enough to spring it across to her bowls. Certainly the right idea. Could have turned the shot wood into the jack, and the jack could have ended up down by her too.
Sneak past it, just grab the jack. So a couple of options she had.
One shot, another shot to Malaysia though. So current scoreline after 4 ends is 4-1. 3 ends left to play in this 7-end set, and Malta have to win it to take it to tiebreak.
Back on. Yeah, mate.
Play Connie.
Farah's just drifting still around the back, a little over the weight. Pretty much the same bowl as she just played. Just needs to carry on chipping away, scoring one on end. Tip the ends down.
Back on.
Yeah, it gives Farah an interesting decision to make. Doesn't want to remove her bowl from the head, which should be 3 down. But does have position behind there, so might just look to go a little bit over the weight on the forehand, look to spring the jack.
This is the moment.
Come on, mate.
More
Make
weight
this
than I
count.
anticipated playing. Certainly the right idea though down that hand.
Not sure I would have played with that much weight. It was all or nothing shot really.
Yeah.
It's easy to say in hindsight. You know, now she's missed it, I can say it. By missing, left herself nothing in the head. So giving Connie a chance for 4. Sit the
Yeah,
wood
rest
just
and remove her bowl. Yeah.
correct. Even the tiniest amount of tickle, make 2 or 3. So just giving someone a chance to get there.
Right here, Ben.
What happened, mate?
That's the right shot from Connie. It was all in her favour.
There, Ben.
You can see the marker there, just going in and wedging the bowls before the umpire gets there. That's just so the bowl doesn't have a chance to fall on the umpire's way to the measure. All the markers for these sessions are qualified umpires in their own right in Guernsey, so quite experienced at wedging the bowls.
Is there a qualification in wedging balls?
Yes, there is.
No, as part of your training for umpire, as soon as the ball is leaning, any measure, just wedge it, make sure nothing moves. So it turned out Malta makes 2. Now 4-3, so that's closed the gap. Number 1 from Farah.
You hold one. Your bowl is a foot in front.
Leader bowler.
There's a gap of about 3 or 4 inches.
So in the metric we were on about before, 50 mil, 5 centimetres to 75 mil. No, sorry, 3 or 4, 75 to 100. No less weight there from Connie. She might have been just searching, sit on the back of the wood, lift it down. Farah's definitely got to make sure she's up with this one. Take her pick whether it's a couple of feet to match those or whether it's to the tee. Well, rolled over the tee, but you can't trail it with you. A quick chat with coach. Said in the previous session it's from I'm a slightly more of a vintage, an older vintage. Didn't have coaches, and a number of the smaller nations don't have coaches anyway. So it's much more unusual to ask your coach for any advice during a game. But certainly for the younger generation, much more inclined to go and have a chat with coach. Can slow the game down a bit, but they're entitled to ask, they're allowed to ask. Well, good effort. Still think she'll be one down. She was in the target area, gave the bowl a chance. Could have easily been a different result. Take the 2 out, make 3 or 4 herself. Well, missed that one, but got the one. So that
Yeah, scoreline now 5-3 after 6 ends, so Connie Eriksson of Malta is going to need to score a 3 here to take it to a tiebreak. Big ass going into this last end here of the World Bowls Indoor Championships Ladies Singles Final.
So we've had to move the camera, so it's definitely a little bit shorter. Camera.
Very good.
She needs this end.
Come on, Farah, hurry.
Yeah, fucking fish on. That certainly makes it more difficult for Connie. Still on. It was always going to need 3 really good bowls.
Great shot, Sonny.
Well, that certainly makes it doable. 2 pretty close together just behind the jack. Just taking a look at the angles. She's going to want to rest one of them, I think.
Doesn't matter which hand, even if she carries it herself. It's just about getting to those 2 reds.
So I opted for that bowl on the right hand side of your screen, diving
Can't make
towards it. It gives Connie an alternate chance.
Yeah, and she's had 2 really good ones so far.
Far away, is it just dipping? Just turns Farah's in. Yeah, I mean, Farah's shot wood just needs to lead, and she's got 3 or 4 there.
More weight for wood to wood, or a bit less weight for sit against the shot wood, drag it slightly for 3.
Final ball coming in here from Farah.
Oh, Con, you can do this, mate.
Yeah, he's done enough for shot ball leads. It's only, 1 or 2 in the count. There's a chance that Connie can play the forehand, look to get off hers and get both away. Consult the coach again.
Yeah, I can only see a trail now. Trail at 6 inches for 3. So it's still in their own hands. She's had 3 really close bowls so far. She needs to keep her nerve and play the same again.
Well, this is the bowl for the World Indoor Bowls Championships ladies singles, potentially.
Well, this is to keep her in the championships.
No, she's not. She's not far away.
Close to it. Diving for the jack.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please give your appreciation to both players for that fantastic performance.